It's officially 2 o'clock, so I guess we'll get started. It's a good thing that these are recorded because I'm just going to go over some quick questions that I got, and then we'll open it up to if anyone else joins, or Denise, if you have any specific questions that you want to ask, we'll go over that after I go over a few things. So one of the most asked questions I get is, how do I share my ActivePipe email to my social media? So I'm gonna just show you guys how to do it real quick. It's a little different than just clicking view in your browser like you could do with Razora, but I'll show you guys. So let me just share my screen. Oh, it says host disappeared.
Okay, 1 second.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, should be good now.
Oh my gosh, Taylor, I didn't realize I was the only person here. Sorry.
Well, a lot of times they'll come in after, so like people will drop in throughout, so no big deal, but that means you're gonna get like a special one-on-one little session. So.
Oh, good, I need it.
Okay, so you guys should be seeing my screen right now. So I'm just gonna go into ActivePipe. You log in the same way you always do. And you're gonna go over to the left-hand side and you're gonna click campaigns. So campaigns is different from emails. Emails is where you go to create the emails. Campaigns is where you can go after to see like your analytics on how your email's performing, how many people it's sent to, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go to the Sierra Insider, just since that was our most recent auto send, and it had some really, really good content for summer. So, oh, sorry, my thing's in the way. Okay, so up here, you're gonna click View Report in this blue box in the right-hand side of the screen. And then, why does it look different than it normally does? Okay, let me go to an individual's account and maybe it'll look different that way. Sorry, were you saying something, Jerome?
I saw a thing that said view email on there. It just didn't show all the right stats.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So going to campaigns, Sierra Insider, and click view report. Oh, right here, yes. So you're gonna click view email, and this is gonna look a lot different for you guys because it's showing us everyone it went out on behalf of. So it will look different. I can show you guys if you want. But you're just gonna click view email, and this is the link that you're gonna use. If you just go to your email and you click view in browser, so if you just click this and try and use that link, it's not going to work. So just make sure this is the link that you use. So you can just copy that. And then we'll go over to your Facebook, and then you'll create your post however you want to do it. Remember, you have to use this link. You can use it on Facebook, but don't put it in your Instagram caption because it won't work. It's, those Instagram links aren't live. So then you'll just paste it. And as you can see, this doesn't look great. It's not going to come up with a little image. So what I would recommend is you can just go to this email in ActivePipe and you should be able to save these images if you just right click, or you can always reach out to me or Britt or Jarrell and we can get you one of these images, unless you have one of your own images that you wanted to place here. But I just want to show you guys, this is the link that you need to use when you're trying to use a ActivePipe email on Facebook. Okay, one other thing. Sorry, I'll just close out of this. Okay, so now let's stop my screen share so I can go to my phone. Did anybody have any questions on getting that email URL from ActivePipe before I move on?
Sounds pretty easy.
Cool, awesome. Okay, so while I was still on my desktop, I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to repurpose stuff that we post on our blog. So everything that was on that ActivePipe email, those links go to our blog, which is Tahoe Real Estate Diary. So I'm just gonna show you guys quickly how you can repurpose what we've already put on the blog to put on your own social media. So I'm gonna share my desktop one more time. Okay, so, sorry, these things always get in my way up here. Okay, so up here I have my Facebook, everything open. Tahoe Real Estate Diary is, like I said, our blog, but if you can't remember that, we also have a link to it from the main website. So if you go to just Sierra Sotheby's realty.com, you can go to resources and click blog, and that will also take you to Tahoe Real Estate Diary. So 2 easy ways to get there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to repurpose this story about phasing boats back onto Lake Tahoe. It's a really relevant story. Things are changing so quickly with COVID. It really helps to show you as the go-to person in your area when you're posting stuff like this, because people can come to you for information like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the link or the post. Sorry, it's taking a minute to open. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna reopen that. I don't know why that's taking so long.
While you're doing that, Taylor, I'm going to note all the different tabs you have up, and you're going to use all these tabs to create your posts in both Facebook and Twitter. So
yeah, and Instagram.
And Instagram, yeah. No, not, oh, you got Twitter up, or is this Instagram?
This is Twitter, but remember the Facebook has the creator tool that you can use to post to Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully this won't take forever. I don't know why this is taking so long. Joys of working from home, I guess. There we go. Okay, so we're on the story, and you're going to take this URL right here. And you can just go in and go over to your Facebook and just paste it right in. However, that is a really long URL. So what I recommend, and I recommend it not only for shortening the URL so they're not as bulky in your caption, but also for your analytics, I'm going to go over to Bitly. Bitly is something that we use to be able to track how many people are clicking on our links, where they're clicking from, and it's also free to use. So I'm just going to click create, and then I'm going to paste that URL in, and then hit create, and then you can see right here it just created a short little link for us. So I'm just going to click copy, and then I'm going to go back over to Facebook, paste that in there, and you can see it's actually going to bring up, once it brings it up, the picture from our blog. But what I like to do in these situations is add my own picture. Sorry, I don't know why my internet is so slow. So you can leave it just like that. Obviously, you're going to want to add in your caption. So take a look at this article to see the latest on Lake Tahoe boating, or whatever you want to say. But it can be as easy as that. You know, you can just write your caption, paste the link, and then post it. However, I like to add my own pictures. As you can see, it's just a little grainy, doesn't look as clear. So I'm actually going to click out of that and go down. Where's the image button? Photo, video. And then, as you can see, I saved the image. This is actually the image that Britt used in the piece on Active Pipes. So you can see she actually added the words on. So if you guys want this image so you can share it on your Facebook or Instagram, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to share it with you guys. So then I just hit open. And there you go. You have your image, you have your link, and you have your caption. And then I always go in and add a couple hashtags. So hashtag Lake Tahoe, hashtag boating. You know, you can add whatever you want. I always recommend on Facebook no more than 2 or 3 hashtags, but it's completely up to you. So now I'm actually going to just completely copy what my caption. So I'll post it here. So now it's being posted to Facebook. And then I'll just go over to Twitter. Just literally paste in my caption, exact same thing. Add the photo, click open, and then tweet. So now within, a couple minutes, I have a new post on my Facebook, a new post on my Twitter, and now I'm going to go in and add the post to Instagram. I always save Instagram for last just because instead of just pasting the link, I have to add it to the link tree. So that's just, my own personal way I do things. So now I'm going to open the publishing tool. So in case you guys weren't here last week, publishing tool is something you can use to schedule out posts in advance for Facebook and Instagram. You do have to have a Facebook business page and an Instagram business page that are connected, but I really recommend doing that because it just makes things so much faster. If you want to schedule out just like one day to do all your posting for the week, this is what you're going to want to use. So again, I'm on my Facebook business page. I go up to the top in the middle where it says more, and then it says publishing tools. And on the left-hand side, it says tools, and it says creator studio. And that's what we're gonna click. So as you can see, it's opened a new tab for us. I could totally have used this to post the post on Facebook, but I didn't have it open yet. So, but up at the top here, you can see I'm on Facebook right now. So I'm just going to click the little Instagram icon at the top in the middle. And now you can see I'm on my Instagram page. You can see because I have a personal page, it's also connected. So probably a lot of you are just going to use your personal Instagram page as your business page. But I'm just going to click right here, unclick my personal page, and now it's only showing me Sierra Sotheby's content. So to create a post, I'm just going to go to the left-hand side of the top where it says create post, click Instagram feed, and just to follow up, if you guys saw, I'm going to just cancel out of this real quick. Yes. So on Instagram, you have options for Instagram feed or IGTV. IGTV is only used for videos that are more than 60 seconds. So I'll use those sometimes for property videos, but just for the sake of just posting a picture, you're always just going to post to your Instagram feed. So I'm going to do the same thing, paste in my caption. However, the only difference is I can't use this link in my Instagram caption anymore. It's not a live URL anymore. So I'm just going to copy that URL here. And then I'm going to say, click the link in our bio to read the full article. And then also on Instagram, I always add a location. I just really want to drive this home. It's just another way for people to be able to search your content. So in this case, since this has to do with boating, I'll put Lake Tahoe. And then I just click this blue button that says add content. And so you can actually choose from your Facebook page, but I found that it's higher quality when you actually upload the image yourself. So just going to click the same image, post it on there. Yeah, and then on the bottom right hand side, you can also tag people on this program if you want. So I just clicked, on the actual photo, there's this little, looks like a person with a tag. You can crop it or you can delete it if you accidentally chose the wrong image. But I'm just going to go over here and publish it. And so now all the same article has been posted on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. But the last step that I have to do when I'm posting to Instagram, because I told people to go to the link in our bio, this link tree is the link in our bio. So instead of having to always go to our Instagram profile and look and change the URL in our actual profile, this is a way that we can have several links under one link, if that makes sense. So I'm going to click here, add new link, and I'll say, what was it on? Sorry, I wanted to get the same caption. So I'm just going to copy this from the actual Tahoe Real Estate Diary just so it matches up. So, and then I'll click title, paste, or whoops, sorry, I went to Linktree. So I'll paste that in, go back to my bit.ly, copy my bit.ly link, and then paste the URL. And just like that, you can see on this right-hand side, it adds. So this is what people will see on their phone. This is the different links that we have. So I think that's all I wanted to show you in regards to the desktop. Does anyone have any questions so far on what I've shown you guys? No. Okay. So the last thing I just wanted to show you guys was a couple of Instagram profiles that I think are doing really cool stuff. They're real estate agents in different communities. They're not all Sotheby's affiliates, but they're people that we follow on the Sierra Sotheby's Instagram page that just have, you know, they're really good with Instagram. They're engaging, they're posting regularly. And so I just wanted to show you guys real quick. Oops, let me open my phone. Sorry, I'm pulling up their profiles. Okay. Okay, so this is someone who works at Golden Gate Sotheby's. I really like what she was doing because if you look through here, she has a lot of properties, but she also has, so for instance, this is a property image, but then she has this really cool photo that's like a close-up thing. We were talking about, you guys are in cool houses all the time. You're going to different listings. You're showing houses. If you see something cool like this, this is definitely something you should be sharing with your audience. Just cool little quirky things in houses that not everyone gets to see. And she's posting Happy Memorial Day. You know, she's doing all, posting regularly, as you can see, May 24th, May 25th, May 26th. So you don't have to post every single day. It is recommended, but I would say at least 3 times a week is ideal to, you know, boost you in the Instagram algorithm. But I just really like what she's doing. She's also utilizing the Instagram story highlights. So as you can see here, she's showing off listings. This is something, oh, is it frozen? I think it's frozen. Hold on.
I think it's frozen too. It hasn't moved.
Okay, sorry. We'll retry. Okay, sorry. I don't know how much you guys saw. Did you guys get to see the cool pool and the things that she is sharing?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. So yeah, if you scroll through her feed, you can see, so here she has, you know, a great outdoor shot, just listed, you know, some really great images, but then she's showing off this really cool pool. Like the caption says, the backyard of 111 Hill Drive, where old texture meets new finishes, or yeah, new world finishes. Cool things like these that you guys are seeing are great to share with your audience. It breaks up that it's not just, you know, it's still properties, but it's not just like exterior, you know, it's something more zoomed in that people can focus on. And then you can see she's also posting Happy Memorial Day. You know, she's breaking up the feed a little bit more. It looks like she has more of her own aesthetic. As you can see, she has these this text on her pictures. You guys don't have to add that. That's probably something she does on her own. But I just think she does a really great job. And as like I was saying, you can see she posts really often. And I just, she's also, like I was trying to show, utilizing these Instagram story highlights. So she has listings, so people can go there and see some of her new listings. And then, yeah, so you can see she has quite a few on there. But this is a great way for people, if they're like, ooh, what are her listings? They can quickly go on here and they don't have to just scroll through her feed to try and find her listings. You can also see she's utilizing some things that Sotheby's International came out with. So these, this May Day, COVID-19 charity auction. So she's reusing things that Sotheby's came up with. And I keep trying to drive home that you guys don't have to come up with all your own content. You can reuse what we post. You can reuse what Sotheby's International comes out with. You can reuse what the Sotheby's auction house comes out with. You can see she did a New Horizons. That's also something that Sotheby's International came out with. So I think she's just a really good example of an Instagram account that is doing it right. You can see here she's doing sold, so people can see that, you know, she's doing business. And it doesn't have to be as extravagant as this. I think she uses a specific app to create this kind of aesthetic. But if you just post a picture with a quick little caption, that will also do the job just as well. One other person I wanted to show you guys, Sam Bain. Sorry, I had to take a screenshot because I couldn't remember who they were. So you can see here, oh, he is with Atlanta Fine Homes as well. So actually having that he's affiliated with Atlanta Fine Homes in his Instagram bio is great. It's shown that if you have a tag, which is trying to show you guys right under his name where it says the Bain Group and it says founding partner at Atlanta Fine Homes, that actually boosts your page on Instagram. And as you can see here, he also has a good mix. Like he has, you know, Happy Memorial Day, he has housing, he throws in a little bit of his own personal content, but he also is utilizing the Instagram story highlights for showing off his Matterport, which is super big right now. We also are using the Instagram story highlight to show all the virtual tours that we have posted in the last couple months. So this is pretty cool. Looks like he has a video showing here, and he writes the same thing. See link in bio to take a full 3D tour of this home. So that's pretty cool. And it's, like I said, Instagram story highlights are so great to use because they're right there when someone comes to your page. They don't have to scroll through your entire feed to find things. So those are a couple of people that I just think are using Instagram really awesome. Okay, so now I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I bounced back over to our Instagram and you can see our post is now live. And what I always do anytime I post something to our Instagram feed is post it to our Instagram story. So that way it gives people two different options of ways to view it. So just to go over this one more time, we have the little heart, the caption bubble, and then the little airplane. This is how you're gonna be able to post this to your story. So the very top one says add post to your story. So now you can just move it around however you like, put in the middle, put it to the side. I'm just going to make it really short and simple because the caption is pretty obvious. So I'm just going to click the link in our bio for more detail.
This is Barbara.
Okay, and then I also always add locations to Instagram stories because, again, it's just another way for you guys to be searched. So I'm just going to type in Lake Tahoe since that's what it is referring to, and then I'll add in a couple of hashtags. So hashtag Lake Tahoe, hashtag Lake Tahoe boat. And we'll do hashtag in this together because that's one of the Sotheby's international hashtags that they're pushing. And I don't really like to show the hashtags on the screen. I think it kind of is just, the only reason we're adding them is so that they can be searchable. And I just think it makes it look too cluttered. So to do what I just did, to put the photo on top of the text, you just literally have to move it. So
Taylor, real quick.
Yeah.
The in this together was spelt wrong, and just explain the importance of making sure you use a correct hashtag.
Yes, thank you for catching that. So if you misspell anything in a hashtag, even if it's one letter, it no longer is associated with the original hashtag. You're basically, in essence, creating a whole new hashtag, and nobody's going to search that unless they also accidentally misspelled it. So that's why it's also always good to go by these suggestions down here, because the suggestions are going to be the most searched ones once you start typing. So I should have just clicked that, but that is a good lesson to make sure you are always spelling your hashtags correct. It's always good to spell everything correct, of course, but hashtags, it's also important. So just like that, I think it looks good. I'm going to click send to. Sorry, I went through that really fast. On the bottom right-hand side, it says send to. And then the very first one says your story. And I'm going to click share. And I'm done. And that's it. So now, just to show you guys where that went, you could see how there's now a kind of like pink and orange circle around Sierra Sotheby's. That's because we posted it to our story. So now we can see that it's posted there.
And it's kind of interesting how you can put you can hide the hashtag, but it still comes up when things are being searched. So I don't know if everyone caught that it's still important to add the hashtags, and you can hide them because they're still come up when in searching.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't have to hide them. I just think it looks a little cluttered when you have, 15 hashtags, or especially on your story, because you don't want it to be overwhelming, because then people will just click through it. You just want, especially on your story, you want it to be a quick snapshot. People go through these really fast. So just to kind of show you guys, I went over to the bottom left-hand side and I clicked the little home button. So this is where it's going to show up on other people's feeds. So what we just posted, it's going to show up here. And I can just show you how quickly this is how people usually go through Instagram stories. So the very first one is Katarina's. So you can just see this is usually how people click through their Instagram stories. So you don't want it to be super cluttered with a lot of words and a lot of text. You just want it to be to the point. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I wanted to share for now. Does anyone have any questions now over anything I went through, or anything in general regarding social media? No? It's supposed to be a Q&A for you guys.
Taylor, did you get some questions beforehand and go over those?
I think for the most part, I mean, the questions were really broad. So Gretchen, I know you had some questions on Facebook Live, and did you have anything else regarding that? I can kind of show you guys, we actually got 2 submissions today on 2 Facebook Live open houses that are happening this weekend. So if you want, I can show you guys where those show up on our Facebook page and how to create an event. So we did have a whole session on creating an event and creating a Facebook Live. So, but if there's anything that needs just a little more clarification, I'd be happy to help you guys out.
And Taylor, let's show them the portal and where these videos live. It's
okay.
To really get good at this, you're going to want to watch the videos a couple times. You're going to want to pause it. It's a lot of information to take in. So, it's okay to, that's why we're recording them and posting them on portal, because we want you to watch them and become the professional expert.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you have anything, Gretchen, just before I went to the portal and showed them?
No, I didn't have a chance to watch the class, but I will, and get back to you if I have any questions.
Since we're here right now, if you have any just like questions regarding it, I guess I just was more like, have more questions on like creating the event or actually going live on Facebook, because I can quickly show that if you want. Maybe
just best practices. I was kind of wondering about, how people, are they holding the phone, having somebody film them? Are they kind of a mix of both?
Well, I would definitely recommend going and checking out Kylie's page. She has been doing a lot of Facebook open houses. Almost every single weekend she's done one. So I would say you usually probably aren't going to have someone there with you. If you do, I would recommend having them film you. However, when you're having someone else film you, you do need to make sure they're monitoring the comments section, because you are live. So if someone's like, hey, can you go back to that bathroom? Or I'd like to see that closet again. If someone else is recording you, I would make sure they're monitoring that, so you are interacting with them live. Also, I think it's a great idea to get a selfie tripod. It's basically like a selfie stick, but it's also great because You can use it to hold, it stabilizes, but also if you wanted to just prop it up for a second instead of having to prop it against a wall or something, you could use your little tripod. You can get them for like $15 off Amazon. And it also just helps because sometimes it's hard to, you get more of yourself than the actual house sometimes. So that's a good idea. And then also they said that it's great to go through it twice. So maybe go through the house once, wait for a couple more people to come on and then go through it one more time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then maybe splitting it between Facebook and Instagram. So if you create a Facebook event, you can always share that on your Instagram and say, hey, for the first 30 minutes, I'll be on Facebook. And then for the next 30 minutes, I'll be on Instagram, just in case, you have different followers on each one. Yeah, and then also, if you're going to do a Facebook Live, I would always recommend creating an event so that we can share it on our pages. So every time there's a Facebook Live, I'll just show you guys real quick my screen. So, come on. Okay, so on Facebook here, I'll go back to page. And on the left-hand side, I'll go to events. And so you can see here we have one for Kylie, and then this one is for Sam Swigard. But creating an event is just a great way to make sure that people know about your Facebook Live. You can't really expect people to just jump on the minute you start doing it if they have no prior knowledge of it happening. So I would always recommend creating an event, because also as soon as you create an event, it sends out a notification to everyone who follows you. And like I said, it also allows us to add it to our page. So once I add it to our page, all of our followers also get a notification. So it's going to be a lot better. You'll get a lot more chance of having more people on your Facebook event if you create a actual event on Facebook. But this is where it shows up. But I also have been adding it to our child pages, which if you guys haven't gone and liked our child pages, you guys should really go do that, because I'm trying to start adding a lot more content that is specific to our regions. So if I'm on the Sierra Sotheby's main Facebook page right now, if you go to the left-hand side, the very last option says stores. And then it shows this map, and you can see we have one for Truckee, one for well, this is Truckee and North Tahoe. This is Incline. We have one, or I'm sorry, South Lake, Incline, and then one in Reno. So we're just doing this because I know it'd be better if we could drill it down more, but I'm only one person. I can't do as much as I would like to. But so I'm going to go to the Truckee page. So now you can see we're in the Truckee page. And I also added the events to the Truckee page. But what we're doing is not only adding it, but as soon as I schedule a post so that it's happening now. So people know as soon as it's happening that they can go check out your Facebook live event. So you can see I've done this a couple of times for Kylie, for JC. It's only been Truckee and Tahoe agents so far, but that doesn't mean that there's not time for more. Also, great, since Denise is on here, I just posted Denise a congratulations for selling Grouse Ridge. Typically for our main page to get on, to get a significant sale on our main page, we ask, it's typically over $3 million. But I think these smaller pages are a great way to still show recognition to the specific regions. So that's another reason you guys should go and like and follow those pages.
Just want to put in a little reminder, if you wanted us to, share this event also, we ask that you submit it through the portal in the open house section. Mm-hmm. And there's a video on there to show how to make an event and some additional information. Taylor, this is going back to Facebook. Hopefully you can hear me. My internet looks a little funny right now. Am I good? Okay.
I can hear.
Is there a separate timeline for business pages? And can you follow businesses on your Facebook?
Business? Oh, you mean like on your actual main feed?
Yeah, because there's like a timeline for your personal. Is there a timeline for business?
No, so basically to boost businesses, there's two different things you can do to a business. You can like it or you can follow it. So liking it, you won't see as much as their content. Like maybe every once in a while, it'll put something on your feed if you like something similar to it. But following it will actually put it on your main feed. So there's not a separate feed for you to just go and view your businesses, like the businesses that you've liked. But if that, like for us specifically, I would recommend you guys all follow us just so you are getting our content at the top of your feed. If not, I would just recommend going and checking our page once or twice a week and just going through and sharing some stuff and liking some stuff. I follow Sotheby's International, but I don't see a lot of their stuff on my feed because Facebook is getting highly criticized for putting businesses above like personal relationships. So right now it's kind of a hard time for businesses on Facebook. So to show support, or if you just want to go and see what they're posting, I would recommend just searching them and going and looking at their content on their own page. That's what I do. Like, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish up.
I was going to say, like, at least once a week, I'll go on Sotheby's International and I'll go on the Sotheby's auction house and I'll just like go and like and comment. And if there's something that's, you know, like that will speak to our region, I'll repost it on our page. So
maybe talk a little bit
now, Jarrell.
Hopefully I'm back. Maybe talk a little bit about the benefits of having a business page versus a personal page. I know we've kind of gone over that a little bit, but you know, there are some benefits and we encourage you to have a business page.
Yeah, so I definitely think having a business page is super important. Not only does it differentiate you as a business, you know, people who you know, let's say in yourself as a realtor rather than maybe your personal life, they can choose to follow and like your business page rather than your personal page. You know, sometimes in these like polarizing times, sometimes it's better to have separate accounts just so that, you know, you don't want to be getting into anybody's personal business and them associating that with your business page. Also, as a business page, like I said, you could use that publishing tool, which is super beneficial, especially like I know if I go on vacation, I'll use that publishing tool to schedule out 1 to 2 week of Instagram posts, Facebook posts all at once. So if you find that you don't have a lot of time to post on Facebook and Instagram, use the publishing tool is super beneficial. Also, you can see your insights. You can't see your insights on a personal page. And by insights, I mean you can see how many people are engaging on your post, how many new likes you're getting a week, if you lost any followers, what people are engaging more with. Those are all just certain things that you don't get from a personal page, you only get from a business page.
So what is best, to have a Facebook or Instagram? What if maintaining two is a little bit much?
Well, I would definitely look at your target demographic. So Instagram leans a lot younger than Facebook does. So just, you know, to disclose some stuff with you, over 50% of our Instagram audience is between the ages of 29 and 50, whereas on our Facebook page, it's between 35 and 65. So you can see that's a lot different demographic. If I had more time, I would actually change the way I post things on each. Like I could still post the same content, but maybe with different language on each different platform. However, that becomes like a whole nother job trying to reach different audiences. So, but that's why I always post more things on our Instagram story, because that younger audience can kind of relate more with the Instagram stories. Whereas I don't post as much on our Facebook stories because, the older audience doesn't really engage with the stories. So I would say if you are just trying to start out with one to begin with, look at who most of your clients are. If they're mostly, you know, in the 50s and up range, I would definitely start with Facebook. But if they're, you know, if you're going towards a younger audience, maybe the, you know, new millennials and stuff like that, I would start with Instagram. They are probably on Instagram a lot more than Facebook. But that's why I definitely recommend using that publishing tool, because it just makes it so easy for you to just copy and paste, add it to, you know, both sites at, within 5 minutes of each other.
And
then Twitter, I know I showed Twitter, but just for your guys' knowledge, Twitter is just more for like gaining an audience, like sharing your voice. Like I'll share fun stuff on Twitter, like Wet Woody Wednesday or things like that. Twitter is definitely not going to be where you're going to probably sell a house from. So I would definitely not focus your attention on Twitter until you've probably gone through Facebook and Instagram first.
how about LinkedIn? Is it worth it to put the time into LinkedIn and work that business and post? And
so as you guys could see, I didn't add what I just posted to LinkedIn because in my mind and in the mind of most people, LinkedIn is a more professional site. It's a networking site. So what I primarily post on our LinkedIn, and I can go over to our LinkedIn and show you guys, is stuff that boosts us as a business. So for instance, sometimes I'll post significant sales there, or like when we got the Regent status, that's definitely something you'd want to share on your LinkedIn because that shows you as a professional. Or I mean, occasionally I'll post sales, but if they're like a really significant sale, like $5 to $10 million sales, I'll post those on LinkedIn. Things like, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but Larry Payton from our Reno office was just got onto the Washoe County Commissioners Board. So like I posted things like that on our LinkedIn. Not every single post, because at the end of the day, it is a professional networking site. I would definitely recommend adding a lot of different affiliates because you never know who you're going to talk to, but I wouldn't say that's going to be something where you're posting every new listing you have or things like that. Does that make sense? I can show you guys our LinkedIn if you'd like.
that's fine. I have, if no one else has a question, I'll just keep going.
All right.
Yeah,
you guys feel free to jump in anytime. If I'm going too fast or you need more clarification, this is really meant for you guys to pick my brain and ask me questions and stuff. I know sometimes it's hard to think of questions on the spot and you're just like kind of overwhelmed with lots of, new things being thrown at you, but you can always email me questions like, oh shoot, I should have asked that or anything.
So are there some people on Facebook you suggest to follow?
Well, so I would definitely recommend following, obviously, our pages. Let's see. Sorry, 1 second. I'm going over to my Facebook. Yeah, so I would definitely go like and follow our child pages or our store pages. Also, Sotheby's International. So, sorry, let me just share my screen. Also, I don't know if any of you guys follow Carrie Chalstrom, but she is very active on Facebook and Instagram. She's one of our agents that is constantly sharing things like, she's in a house like, oh, look at this rug, or, she also posts personal things, which I think is a good mix. A lot of times her personal life overlaps with her business life. Like, I always say that you guys are not just, selling, you're selling a lifestyle. So I think Carrie does a really great job of like selling the Sierra lifestyle. She shows, going backcountry skiing or, hiking with her dogs. So I think that's also a really fun thing if you guys want to check her out.
And that's what a lot of people want to see. They're not in the Tahoe area. They're sitting there at home and they're like, give them something to be jealous of. Give them something to be like, I wish I was in Tahoe right now. And, you all are out there doing really fun things and enjoying the lifestyle too. And it really does help engage people a lot.
Oops, sorry. I was trying to go to her business page. So why isn't it? Oh, there it is. So the only thing that I will have to say about Carrie's page, she does a great job. So you can see here, she's posting her, some of her clients' recommendations. There's a cool picture of in Tahoe. There's lots of cool stuff she shares on here. The only thing I will have to say is I always recommend putting your name in your business page just so it's easier for people to find you. It's going to be a lot harder for people if they're looking for Carrie's business page if they don't know that it's High Mountain Living because she hasn't put it in there. So I would recommend if you're going to make a business page, you know, put like, she could put High Mountain Living Carrie Chalstrom just so that people associate that with her. Also, like I said, I would always recommend going to Sotheby's, liking all theirs.
But in the username, don't put Sierra Sotheby's or Sotheby's because you are a realtor with us. You're not the actual company. So
yes. So you can put in your description associated with Sierra Sotheby's International Realty, but you can't put like Denise Nix, realtor at Sierra Sotheby's International Realty, just because it makes it harder for people to search us if there's several people with the name Sierra Sotheby's International Realty. So yeah, like I said on here, you can go over to Sotheby's International Realty. Like this is a really cool thing I saw that they posted today to share. Mood board, spa day, from trickling infinity pools to woodsy saunas. Like it's just interesting, different stuff to post. Also, the Sotheby's auction house has some really cool things that they post. Sorry, let me see. Yeah. And this is just, you know, we're proudly affiliated with the auction house. So I would definitely recommend going on here. Sometimes I'll repost, like if they're having a cool auction, like I think one time they were doing a vintage movie poster auction, just cool stuff like that, that people don't see all the time. I would have to say on Facebook, I don't follow as many realtors because I can't follow it as the page. So there's not a Sierra Sotheby's feed where I can go and look and see that everyone that we've liked as a page. But as an individual agent, I would definitely recommend just looking around and seeing how other agents are doing it and just reusing content. Like I said, I know it can be really overwhelming to think like, wow, how do I post 5 days a week? I don't have that much to share. Reposting and sharing is just as good as long as you're getting content out there. And also just take a look at the Sotheby's website or our website, our actual website, and look at some of the new listings. There might be an amazing new listing. You find a cool photo and just be like, hey, how great is this house? I would love to take you on a tour if you're interested. You know, reusing things is a really great way to get fresh content out there.
awesome.
Great, guys. Well, I feel like I've been talking forever. My mouth is getting dry, but I hope I answered all of your guys' questions.
I think this really helped with fill in the details of the stuff we haven't gone over. So we've done, you know, Taylor's done a virtual live session. We did a basic 101 session.
Oh yeah, I'll show you guys on the portal. Mm-hmm.
So this
let me go.
really helped fill in the details of the stuff that was kind of missed. If you didn't understand some of these things, go back to these videos because she does a really great job taking you from, you know, starting the page all the way to help growing your audience, and then a whole thing on the virtual open houses and how to create the event and how to promote it.
Okay, yeah. And so, like I said, all of our past webinars have been recorded. So I'm just on the portal, and if you go to Agent Resources, it says Sierra SIR University past webinars. I guess certain websites my computer doesn't like.
And then while it's loading, you know, if you have a topic or any more questions, like we're going to continue to do this every other week, you know, please feel free to reach out to Taylor and let her know. And if she doesn't know the answer, she'll find it and we'll do a webinar on it.
There we go. So yeah, now you can see here, these are all the ones that Jarrell has been doing, which have been some really awesome ones. yeah, Jarrell's been doing them every single week. So hopefully you guys have gone on some of those. And here's all the social media webinars. So the very first one we did was how to host a virtual open house, social media 101. And this is where we really go over the basics of social media 2.0, the one we did 2 weeks ago, which was about growing your following and how to really get content that your audience relates with. And then, yeah, today's, which will be up probably by tomorrow, Jarrell.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So if that's all, then thank you guys so much for joining. Like I said, any questions or anything you'd like more clarification on, any future things, like if you do want me to do a full one on LinkedIn, send me an email. I'll get my ducks in a row and we'll do that, or YouTube or anything like that we can dive more into.
Awesome. Thanks, Taylor. Great job.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Taylor. I appreciate it. And just a
Hey.
suggestion, if you could send me a note, just a reminder, because I don't know that these are going on, and I know they go on all the time, but if I had a reminder on my email, it would really help me so that I put it on my calendar.
Yeah, the first couple ones we were kind of like thrown into, so we forgot to send out reminders, but I think the last two Britt has been sending out reminders on.
And it's been great. So
Okay, awesome. Okay, good. Well, we'll continue to do that for you guys.
You're the best. Thank you.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.